Now we are discussing a program to implement the sparse matrices. We already know that sparse matrices means whenever there is a matrix where the number of zeros are relatively more, that is called the sparse matrices. If I give you one example of the sparse matrices, then let us suppose that we are having 1, 0, 2, 0, 0, 3, 7, 0, 0. You can see that we are finding many zeros here. So this is the sparse matrices. We are having the dense matrices also, in which there is no zero or very less number of zeros are there. That is called the dense matrices. But here we are learning the sparse matrices, means number of zeros are relatively more. So first of all, I am giving a comment program to implement the sparse matrices. So we are going to discuss the sparse matrices. Now compiler will not read this line because there is a double slash. Afterward, hash include stdio.h, which is the standard input-output header file for printf and scanf functions. Now you can see that there is a void display. Void means no return type display. So this one is a prototype of array. That means inside this complete program we are going to declare some function. So this is the prototype of a function. You see void display, this function is here. Now in that we are passing two parameters. One is int a55, means first parameter we are passing is an array. So this parameter is here, int a55. Then int r, so we are passing the rows, int r here. Int c means we are passing the column here. So we are passing the array whose size can be 5 cross 5 maximum. We are passing the rows and the column. So this is the display function. This is the semicolon. Semicolon means this is the prototype. Prototype means we are giving some line that in this complete program there will be the declaration of some function. So here is the function. First we are going to see this function, what this function is doing. Now this complete function which we are talking about, that is for display. Means if you want to display something, then this function will work. Now here we have passed the array rows and column. Obviously we are having int ij, which is row, which is for running for the rows and the column. We are running the loop normally for I is equal to 0 to r, means from 0 to rows, less than rows the loop is running. And for j is equal to 0 to less than c, means for column the loop is running. And what we are doing, we are normally printing the array. So here printf %d/t for the tab space aij. So one by one we will print all the elements whichever will be there in that 2D array. 2D array or the matrices, both are the same thing. So that's why we have taken the 2D array. So this 2D array will be displayed, or the matrices will be displayed, and this next line we already know. Let us suppose that if I has to display 1, then tab space, so this T is working, 1 tab space 2, then another tab space 3, then this will work for the new line, 4 tab space 5, 6, then new line 7, 8, 9. So this is the example I have given you. Means if this way we have to give some matrices, to display some matrices, then this code will help us. So this particular portion of the function is for displaying only. So any aij we are going to display with the help of this one. So this was the function. Now afterward we are going to see the code. Void main. So this is the main function or the driving function. Afterward we are having int a55 equal to 0. a55 equal to 0 means we have a array a55 whose all elements we have assumed are 0. So we are now focusing, I am removing unnecessary things and I am putting this a55. So a55 we are talking about means we are taking this a55, means 5 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 0, 0, 0, 0 and 0. And 5 column will be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 0, 0, 0. So this 5 cross 5 matrices, first of all we are initializing with 0. Now it is depending upon the user how much matrix the user want. It is not compulsory that we have declared 5 cross 5 as 0, so we have to work on 5 cross 5. If the user is willing, user can work on 3 cross 3 matrices, but out of that 3 cross 3 all will become the 0. Means any matrices you take out of it, 2 cross 2, 3 cross 3, 4 cross 4 or any other, they will be 0. Means all elements we have assumed are 0 right now. Then we have declared few more variables like RC, IJ, whatever they are required. Afterward we are having printf for printing on the screen, /n for the new line, enter number of rows. So on the screen there is a message that enter number of rows. Let us suppose that user has entered the rows which is 3. We don't want the 5 rows, we want the 3 rows only. Scanf %d means integer value and at the address of r. So at the address of r this 3 is stored. Now printf printing on the screen, enter number of columns. So now we are asking from the user enter number of column. Scanf for taking input % integer value and at the address of C we are taking that 3. So we are taking 3 cross 3 matrices right now. This 3 cross 3 matrices is the part of this 5 cross 5. So obviously whenever we are taking this matrices, their all elements will be 0 by default. So that means we are taking this 3 cross 3 matrices. 1, 2, 3, 3 rows are there, and 1, 2, 3, 3 columns are there. So this matrices 3 cross 3 is the 0, 0, 0, 0 by default because it is the part of 5 cross 5. Now afterward we are giving options to the user. Printf means printing on the screen, /n for the new line, 1 for the upper right triangular matrices. So this is the option which is given to user 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then the second line will be printed /n new line. So option 2 for upper left triangular matrices. Printf /n means new line, 3 for lower right triangular matrices. Then printf /n for the new line, 4 lower left triangular matrices. So these are all the parts of sparse matrices. Now user is having a menu 1, 2, 3, 4 to choose. So now we are asking printf /n for the new line 2 times, then enter your choice. User has to enter the choice now. So in the choice ch we are going to take it from the user. Scanf %d, it is for the integer value at the address of ch. So in the ch we are taking the option. So let us suppose that user has entered the choice 1. Now what if the user is going to enter the choice 1? So we know that choice 1 is for the upper right triangular matrices. Now what is going to happen? If the choice is 1, then this particular part, this case 1 will be run because we have applied the switch. Switch is going to regulate it like this. So 1, it is going to run the case 1. So now I am going to explain the case 1 only. So now this one is the case 1. I have only taken this, and we already have the preset that we are having matrices which is 3 cross 3, all are 0, and that the name of that matrices is A. Then afterward we are having rows 3, column 3 and choices 1. Now we are going to read this code one by one and see how the case 1 is going to draw the upper right triangular matrices. Now in the case 1, once we are running this, printf means on the screen /n for the new line, enter elements for the matrices. So they are asking from the user to enter the elements. We are saying for I is equal to 0. So we are taking one variable I, which is 0, which is going till R, and we know that the R is 3. So it is going to check less than 3. True, it will come down. For again it is a infinite loop, j is equal to 0. So again we are taking one more variable j, which is 0, and it will run j less than c. So 0 less than 3. True. Coming down. If j is greater than equal to I, means if 0 is equal to 0, so I and j both are 0. So now they are saying scanf %d and aij. Now this is very intelligent algorithm. So they are going to replace these values. See how they are working. First of all, just pay attention on this matrices. I am going to redraw this matrices, then we can understand. So the matrix A I am going to redraw, which is 3 cross 3 matrices, 0, 0, 0. So this was the matrices which we have earlier, because we have already set the number of zeros, and afterward we already know it is 3 cross 3 matrices and the name is A, but there we are having the index values. Index values are 0, 1, 2, again 0, 1, 2. So these are the index values. Now once we are asking for the input of aij, means whatever the user is going to give the input, that is going to take that value. Now ij, right now the value of I is 0, j is 0. So that means 0, 0 position, whatever user will enter, let us suppose I have entered 7. So this 0 will be updated with the 7. Very intelligent. Afterward it is going back j plus plus. So j is going to increment. Now the j is 1. Again condition check. Is j less than c? Is 1 less than 3? True. Come down. If j greater than equal to I, if 1 is greater than equal to 0, true. What will happen? Again scanf aij. Scanf aij. So 0, 1 means 0th location and 1. User has entered suppose some element, suppose 11. So 11 is replaced here. Again the loop is going back. So it is going and j plus plus. So j is incremented one more time, which is 2. Checking the condition, j less than c. So 2 less than 3, true. Coming down, I is greater than equal to j. So 2 is greater than equal to 0. That is true. So again asking for the input. So that means 0, 2 we are taking the input. So here 0, 2 we are taking another input, suppose 9. User has entered 9. So old value is replaced. Again going back, j plus plus. So j is 3. Again back, j less than c. 3 less than 3 false. It will come out. Once it will come out, what will happen? It will not go to if. It will go back directly to the I plus plus. So now this time the I is incremented. So I becomes 1 now. Now they are checking I less than R. So is 1 less than 3? Totally true. Coming down again, it's time to work with the j. So j is again started with 0. So j is 0. Is j less than c? Is 0 less than 3? True. Coming down. Is j greater than or equal to I? Is 0 greater than or equal to 1? No, 0 is less than. So this part will not run and it will go back. So if part will not run this time, it will go back. So here without running it, it is going back to the inner for loop and j++. So j is now incremented to 1. Is j less than 3? 1 less than 3? True. Then coming down, is j greater than or equal to I? 1 equal to 1? True. So coming inside. So it is true, it is coming inside, asking for aij. So now they are asking for A11. A11 means we are taking this number and replacing any value. Let us suppose user has entered 21. So this is replaced. Afterward, again going back. So here it is going back and j++. So j is 2. Condition check. Is it less than 3? 2 less than 3. True. Again checking. J greater than or equal to I. 2 greater than or equal to 1. True. Coming down and taking the input. So here aij means A12. So this A12 we are taking the input. So this is replaced with some value. Let us suppose user has entered 6. Now again going back. So once it is going back, there the j++, j is 3, checking the condition, 3 less than 3, false, loop will false, what will happen? It will again go back. So this for loop is over and it is going back to the outer for loop, and in the outer for loop I++. So I is incremented to 2. Again checking the condition, I less than R. So 2 less than 3. True. Coming down. So j equal to 0. So j will again start with the 0. So this way the loop is running. Then again j less than c. So 1 less than 3. Afterward, is j greater than or equal to I? Is 0 greater than or equal to 2? No. If will not run, it will go back. So here it is going back. J++, j is 1. Again checking. J less than c. 1 less than 3. True. Again coming down. If j greater than or equal to 1. If 1 is greater than or equal to 2. No. Again going back and again j++. So j is now again 2. Again checking the condition, 2 less than 3. True. Coming down. Now checking, is j greater than or equal to I? Is 2 greater than or equal to 2? Yes, 2 and 2 are same. So it will come down and scanf part will run aij. So A22. So this 2 and this 2. We are taking the input from the user. Let us suppose 5. So this 5 we have taken. Now afterward, again increment. So it is going back. I++. J++. So j is now 3. Checking the condition. So 3 less than 3. False. It will come out. And it will be going back to the I++. Now I++ I is 3. Checking the condition. So 3 less than 3. False. So all the loops are false. They will come out directly here to this part. Now they are saying printf /n for the new line upper right triangular matrices, and then they are saying display A for the array, R for the rows, and C for the column. That display portion we have already discussed, means we have passed with the array, rows and column, so that is going to display. So the answer that will be displayed on the user screen will be a sparse matrices, where you know the first element is 7, next is 11, next is 9, then afterward 0, 21, 6, 0, 0 and 5. So this one is the matrices which is displayed. Now if we see, this matrices is looking like a triangle. So it is looking like a triangle. So that's why the name given to this matrices is the upper right. It is on the above and on the right hand side. So it is called upper right triangular matrices. So this way the case 1 we have learned. Now we are going to the program. So now we are back on the main program. Now if the user has opted the choice 2, let us suppose user has opted the choice 2, so what will happen? So in that case we know that the choice 2 is the upper left triangular matrices. So for that choice number 2, switch case is going to run the case 2 here. So this one is the case 2 which is going to run. Now I'm going to explain the case 2 exclusively. So this one is the case 2. And we already have the number of rows which is 3, number of column which is 3, the choice entered by the user is 2, and we have a matrices already which is having 3 cross 3 which is 0 0 0 0 0 0 and 0 0 0, means all elements are 0 that we have started. So this is the 3 cross 3 matrices and the name of this matrices is A. Now we are going to read out the code and we are going to implement this. So first of all, the case 2, if the user is opted for the case 2, it is running printf, means on the user screen there is a message, new line, enter elements for the matrices. So user has to enter the elements for the matrices. Now the for loop is running, I equal to 0. So one I we have taken which is starting from 0. And we have already taken at 0 1 2 0 1 2. So these are the rows and columns. Now it will go till R. So from 0 to R it will go. So it is checking, is 0 less than 3? Condition is true. Then for again j equal to 0. So j is also there which is starting from 0. And j less than c minus I. So j is equal to c minus I. Now c minus I, how many columns are there? 3. What is the value of I? 0. So 3 minus 0. 3 minus 0 is 3 right now. So it is checking whether it is less than 3. Okay. So coming down, percentage %d aij. So at 0 0 location we are going to ask from the user, and user has entered, let us suppose 7. It is going back, j is incremented, j is 1 right now, condition is still remaining same, and it is again less than 3, true, this is less than 3, so c minus I, that means 3 minus 0 which is 3, no problem. Again going down and taking the scan. So at position we are having the values. So aij, so 0 and 1. So 0 and 1 we have taken suppose some number 9. Again going, incrementing the j, let us suppose j is 2, and afterward again less than 3, matching. And going back, checking condition, condition true, then scanning. So aij, so that means A02. So 02, again we have taken some number, let us suppose 11. So this is what we have taken right now. Again we know that Next time it is again going back, I will be incremented. Once the i's is incremented 3, condition will check 3 less than 3, it will false, and the false condition will not come down, it will be going directly above. So from here the lower part will not run, it will directly go to upper side. So here, so I is incremented this time. So I is 1. Now again going down. So condition check. Afterward 1 less than 3, true. Going down, j will again start from 0. So j is 0. But the condition now is j less than c minus I. So c minus I. C means 3, I means 1, 3 minus I is 2, so 0 less than 2. So now this way this loop is going to run again. It is going down asking for aij means 1 0, it is asking, so 1 0, this value we have taken is 7. Again it will be going back, incrementing the j, so j is 1, checking the condition, 1 less than 2, again taking the input. So the input is 1 1. We have taken the 1 1 here, and let us suppose the number is 5. Again going back, increasing the j is 2, checking the condition, 2 less than 2, false. So after false condition it will be going back. So what is going to happen here? I is incremented, so I is 2, checking the condition, 2 less than 3, fine. Coming down, again afterward j will start from 0, and c minus I, 3 minus 2, 3 minus 2 is 1. So less than 1, is 0 less than 1? Yes. So for 2 0, that means 2 0, it is going to take the input, let us suppose 3. Again j will be incremented afterward. So here the j is incremented, j is 1, 1 less than 1, false, condition false, coming back, so it is coming back. I incremented, I is 3, 3 less than 3, false, so coming outside. So it is printing on user screen upper left triangular matrices. So it is going to ask a function, so function will be called display array rows and column. So this way the answer on the user screen will be the first 7 9 11, then 7 5 0 3 0 0. So this is the answer on the user screen, and this is called the upper left triangular matrices, because you can see that this particular matrices is having the non-zero elements at the triangular side, which is at the upper left. So this is called the upper left triangular matrices. Now we are going back to the main program. So this one is the main code, but this time the user is asking for the choice 3. If the choice is 3, we know that it is asking for lower right triangular matrices. So if the choice is 3, then what will happen? So switch case is going to call the case 3. So this one is the case 3 which will be called, and this case 3 I will exclusively cover. So we are now discussing this case 3. So this one is the case 3, and we already have the things like rows are 3, columns are 3, and the choice entered by the user is 3, and we already have a 3 cross 3 matrices whose all elements right now are 0. So this one is the matrices which we already have, and the name of this matrices is A. And there are certain index values just like 0 1 2, that is for the column, 0 1 2, that is for the rows. Now we are going to run this case 3. So if the user say choice 3, so case 3 will run printf. So on the user screen there is a message, new line, enter number of elements in matrices. So enter elements of matrices. So we are going to enter all the elements. Now this is interesting. For I equal to 0 to R, I plus plus. For j is equal to 0, j less than c, j plus plus. Scanf percentage d at the address of aij. So this means we are going to take all elements. Now by using this particular two for loops, we have done this thing so many times that from 0 to 3 and from 0 to 3 row wise and column wise we are going to take out all the elements. So one by one, once the value of I is 0, it will run from 0 replacing the element. So these elements will be entered by user. Again 0 1, suppose user has entered 2, then this one user has entered, let us suppose 7, then afterward again first 1 0, suppose user has entered 6, then 1 1, 8, 1 2, 9, then 2 2 0, let us suppose 11, 2 1, 5, 2 2, 3. So that means by using the first two for loops we have taken all the numbers. Now we are going to eliminate few numbers and putting them with the 0 back. Now for I equal to 0, again we are having I and j this time. Earlier I and j work for all the numbers. Now I less than r, so the value of I is 0, which is less than 3. And then afterward for j equal to 0, so j is 0. Then j is less than c minus I minus 1. C is 3. So 3 minus I means 0 minus 1. So 3 minus 0 minus 1 is 2. So is j less than 0? Yes. J is less than 2. So 0 is less than 2. Totally correct. It is going down. Aij will be 0. So A00 that we are making is 0. We already know that this code we have already run. But earlier we have asked the numbers. This time we are replacing those numbers with the 0. So it is again going back with the 0. So it is going back. J is incremented. The value of j is 1. Again checking the condition. 1 less than 2. True. Again going down. And then 1 0 1 will be 0. So 0 and 1 will be modified with the 0. Again going back. Again j plus plus. So 2 less than 2, condition false. So it will go back. It will not run this code. It will go back to I plus plus. So I is incremented to 1. Condition check. Is I less than 3? True. Coming down, checking for the 4. Now here again c minus I minus 1. So j is already started with 0, but 3 minus 1 which is what? 3 minus 2 which is 1. So is 0 less than 1? True. It will come down. So it will come down and aij will be 0 this time. So what is aij? A11. Sorry, A10. So this 10 will be replaced with the 0. Now after that it will go back and j is incremented. So j value is 1. Is 1 less than 1? False. So this condition is false. What will happen now? This condition is false. So it will go back. So now it is going back. I plus plus. So now condition for I will be checked. I is 2. Is 2 less than 3? Yes. Again going down. Again checking. J equal to 0. So j is again starting with 0. J is less than c minus I minus 1. What is c? 3. Minus I. What is I? 2. Minus 1. 3 minus 3. 0. 0 less than 0? False. Again condition false. So it will go back. Nothing is running. It will going back. I plus plus. I is 3. Condition check. 3 less than 3. False. Coming out. So this is the answer. Printf /n for the new line, lower right triangular matrices. So on the user screen, it is going to display a message and calling the function to display array with rows and column and then break. So the answer of this will be on the user screen, that is 0, 0, 7, 0, 8, 9, 11, 5, 3. So this one is the array which is on the user screen. Now you can see that this is making the triangle, and this triangle is at the lower side and lower on the right hand side. That's why it is called the lower right triangular matrices. And now we are going back to the main program. So this one is the main program. Now if the user has entered case 4, so we know that the case 4 is lower left triangular matrices. So if the case is 4, then switch is going to run the case number 4 this time. So this case 4 will run. But now the interesting thing about the case 4 is that it is exactly reverse of the case 1. Now you analyze the case 1 and case 4. We are having this for loop in the case 1. Similarly, we are having the for loop here. Similar for loop is for column, similar. But here, if j greater than equal to I, and here we are having if j less than equal to I. So one is for the upper right triangle and another is for the lower left triangle. So that is the exactly reverse of the case 1. So after that we are going to have the lower left triangular matrices after running the case 4. But let us suppose that anybody has entered the wrong choice. Means supposingly we have entered the choice 5 which is not there, 5, 6, 7 or something. So if 5 is entered, then switch case is going to go to the default case. Now the default case means any case which is except case 1, 2, 3 and 4, because case 1, case 2, case 3 and case 4 are the part where we have done the coding. Otherwise the default case will run, it will say the wrong choice. So this is the program of sparse matrices.